Find a place where you can be comfortable and uninterrupted, with your cell phone and computer and any distractions turned off. Even though you will hear some questions throughout this meditation, there is no need to respond until your reflections at the end. There is also no need to work at this. Be willing to suspend your norms, your judgment, and just breathe and allow whatever words, thoughts, and images that appear to register with you. Settle into a comfortable position and allow your eyes to close. Begin by focusing your awareness on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, easily and effortlessly. Each breath allows you to become more relaxed and comfortable. Let any outside sounds only serve to allow you to go deeper inside. A reminder of how good it is to leave the noise and stress of the outside world and to journey into the quiet and peace of your own inner world. As you sink deeper down into quiet and ease, imagine a grounding cord dropping from the back of your spine. Imagine that cord going down to the center of the earth, deep down into the earth. Imagine there is something that you can anchor the cord to, so that no matter where you go on your inner journey today, you feel solidly connected to the earth. As you allow yourself, now anchored, to go deeper into a state of relaxation, imagine yourself standing before a pond or a lake. It is quiet and peaceful around you. Notice the silence. Now drop a pebble into the center of this lake or pond and notice the ripples, rippling out one after another, flowing outward further and further. The ripples slowing down and becoming farther apart until the water is once again calm and peaceful. I invite you now to imagine that your body is like that body of water. Know that each time you drop a pebble into the center of this body of water, that is also your body, you can become more relaxed. And And as you become more relaxed, you find yourself becoming more quiet and peaceful. Now bring your attention to the spot in your forehead between your eyes, what some call the third eye. And imagine there's a light there. Notice what color this light is between your eyes. Now imagine that light becoming a beam that extends out into space. Follow that beam as it leaves your building, as it travels above your city, as it continues out so that you can make out the entire area. Keep on going further and further into outer space. Notice the curvature of the earth. And as you keep going further and further out, find yourself enveloped by the softness and the quiet of space. Notice below you the big blue-green ball with the white clouds wisping around it. Allow yourself to enjoy this perspective for a moment. Now notice another beam of light very near you, a different color from the one that led you into outer space. Begin to follow the new beam back down to earth. This beam is taking you back to earth 20 years from now, 20 years into the future. Keep following this beam down, noticing the curvature of the earth and the geography stretched out below you. As you come closer to the end of the beam, keep noticing where you are. This is where your future self lives. You 20 years from now. Come in contact with Earth and notice where you are. Notice what dwelling is here. What nature surrounds you. Now, move to the dwelling of your future self. What does it look like? What kind of landscape does it have? Are there trees, flowers? What kind? Really get a sense of this place from the outside. The colors, the light, the textures. Now, standing in front of this dwelling, do what you need to do to get someone to come to the door. Know that on the other side of the door is your future self, waiting to greet you, yourself 20 years from now. As the door opens, greet your future self and notice the way your future self returns your greeting, welcoming you into this time and place 20 years into the future. Take in this person, this future self. What does she or he look like? How does she or he stand? What are they wearing? Get a sense of his or her essence. And now notice the inside of his or her dwelling. What kind of person or people live here? What are the colors and the senses of this place? Do you have an idea of others being here? Who are they? What are they like? Now move with your future self to a comfortable place for a conversation. Perhaps they offer you something to drink. Really settle in and make yourself comfortable for this conversation with your future self. There are some questions you might want to ask. Begin by asking the following. First, what is it, future self, that you most remember about the last 20 years? What stands out most in your memory? Take a moment to hear the answer. Now ask your future self this question. What do I need to be aware of to get me from where I am now to where you are? What would be most helpful for me to know to get to where you are? Listen to what your future self has to tell you. Now you have a moment to ask any other question that you would like to ask your future self. Take a moment and ask your future self your own question. Before we go, ask your future self one final question. What name, other than your first name, are you called by? A special name, it could be a metaphor or a symbol of your essence. What is the name? Notice any words, images, or thoughts that come up as you listen to their answer. Now, bring this visit with your future self to a close. Thank him or her for being here with you today and for sharing their wisdom. Knowing that you can come back at any time you wish, take your leave. Find your way back to the beam of light and journey back up the beam, watching this world 20 years in the future grow ever smaller as you move out into space. See again the ball of blue and green below you, clouds swirling around it. And notice that your beam of light is intersected with that other beam, the first beam of light that will take you back to the present day, back to your present location. Follow this first beam of light back to present time, Earth. As you travel down the beam, notice Earth growing bigger and bigger. Notice the geography of your area. Moving farther down the beam, the skyline, and finally coming back into the room where you started. In a few moments, I'm going to count from 3 to 1, knowing, trusting, that you can remember everything you wish of this inner journey. 3, coming back to the present time, becoming more alert and refreshed. 2, stretching your body, feel the ground beneath you. And 1, gently open your eyes and re-enter your space.